Islam. What is right and what is wrong? What are we in the eyes of God? It's been a long journey, guys. We have learned so much. We have been enlightened. We learned to see things in a different perspective, a different worldview. A worldview in the eyes of God. But what is worldview? Let's go back and see how much we have truly learned. What is the concept of religion? It starts with deen. Deen is religion, and religion is deen. You can't have one without the other because they're both the same thing. Religion gives us a heightened sense of worldview, and we see through our worldview with our aql, our intellect, as its primary source. What does deen mean? Its lexical meaning means reward and obedience. The theological meaning means the supernatural force for the world, a corresponding behavior. There are two types of religions, the true religion and the irreligion. The true religion is the belief of what corresponds with reality, or in other words, Islam, and irreligion is the belief that this universe came by chance, which we both know it's not true. True religion branches off into two categories, practical and intellectual. Intellectual is our belief in the roots of religion, our primary beliefs, while our practical beliefs are our beliefs in the branches of religion, our secondary belief. Our primary beliefs branch off onto how we see things through our worldview, Islam's worldview. Our practical beliefs, or secondary beliefs, branches off into ideology, the general beliefs of man's actions. Everything, including our intellect, resides in our chain of thought. Where does religion come in our chain of thought? Deen comes in at the very beginning of the chain of thought. Every thought we have, deen is at the beginning of it. Religion is at the beginning of it. Worldview plays a huge role in our lives. Okay, try to stop and look around. Look past the masses of people. Look in the forest for its trees. Once you do that, you'll see the world from a different perspective, a different worldview. The lexical meaning of worldview is a collection of harmonious beliefs between man and the universe. Every belief has its own worldview. Christianity has their own worldview. Islam has their own worldview. In the end, there's only what's true and what is wrong. Worldview has three fundamental questions about everything: origin, purpose, and destination. Islam answered these questions with Tawheed, Nabuwat, and Qiyam. This is why we must look into religion. There are three factors that push us to investigate religion. The first is innate desires. We are all born with a belief in a higher power and a need to worship that higher power, and a need of truth. The propagation of pious men, they invite nations to join their beliefs and to practice them. The probability factor, is it worth it? Do we win in the end? Do we succeed? Islam is the right path and a true path to truth and enlightenment. Islam has a Sharia, a way. Belief without practice is incomplete. Sharia shows a complete way of life. It covers all aspects of human life. And we can only function as a society of Muslim brothers and sisters. God-made laws have always been superior to man-made laws. There's no question. Man-made laws are biased, they are always questioned by the majority, but God-made laws, they have always been superior. They are unbiased, just, and aren't influenced by the majority. God sent down guides to keep us from going astray. Right now, presently, we have only the Quran and the Mujtahid and our Imam in Ghaiba. May Allah hasten his return. Holding on to Islam in these days, in these modern days with all these distractions, is like holding on to a giant clump of burning coal. Those who endure will get an eternal gift in paradise, a gift that Allah has promised all those who hold on to Islam. Allah sent down the Prophet as an example, a guide, a mercy upon this world. Obedience to the Prophet and his Sunnah shows our love for God. The Imam set examples in numerous ways, some engraved in history itself. The Prophet left two things for us, the Quran and the Ahlul Bayt, and those two things still live up to this very day. Our final Imam, still in Ghaiba, may Allah hasten his return, and the Quran. God has shown us numerous signs of his existence. It's long enough, there's no debate, God exists. And it's time for us to achieve our true purpose of life, to achieve taqwa. Treat every action while knowing Allah is watching. It's been an amazing journey throughout this course. We have grown not just physically, our minds have been elevated, we've grown mentally as well. And we have God to thank for that, and our teacher for showing us the right way. All this knowledge about religion, the question that is left is, do we appreciate God the way he deserves? In my opinion, my respect and knowledge for God has been elevated through all the lessons I've learned this course. And my respect for him has gone to heights I never thought existed. This is the effect of believing in God, elevation, enlightenment. God is the reason everything moves and functions. Everything has a cause and effect thanks to God. What are we in this vast universe? We are considered the best of creation to God, humans. As humans, we have the ability to make choice. We have free will. We make mistakes, but there's beauty in those mistakes. Our ability to correct them. My perspective of God, or my worldview of God, makes me feel like a momentary speck in the universe compared to him. But at the same time, I try to be that speck that shines before him. God calls us the best of his creations. Allah says in the Quran, Surah 17, verse 70, and surely we have honored the children of Adam, and carried them onto the land and at sea, and provided them with good things, and we have made them to excel by an appropriate excellence over all those we've created. Allah loves us so much, he sent the Prophet as a mercy to us, a guide away from the fire. Yet we question his existence. Allah says in the Quran, Surah 52, Ayah 35 to 36, were they created by nothing, or were they the creators of themselves, or did they create the heavens and the earth? Rather, they are not certain. Meaning, us humans, we think we are the creators. We think this world came by chance. Well, it's not true. It didn't come by chance. There's always a higher power. We're all born believing in the higher power. All this around us is from Allah. Live in accordance to the Sharia, the way, and Allah will keep his promise of his eternal paradise. From him we came, and to him we will return. Thank you for listening.